Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your mid-month reading for September. All the cards have been pre-shuffled, thinking about you and putting all your awesome energy into it. I want to just say thank you so much for watching the shorts, for liking, subscribing, all the stuff. All right, we're going to be getting insight on love and career. We're going to start with career though, for Saggies, mid-September. Taking cards that fly out, but we take the flipped ones as little general notes. Starting with the King of Pentacles. So for a career reading, I think that that's a pretty good start. This is really taking control of your finances. And we do have options here with the Seven of Cups. Not all those options might be the right options. So sometimes it's a little overwhelming when you start seeing all of them. We've got the Death card, that's Scorpio energy. Death card, of course, does not mean death. Very rarely. So that is the end of a chapter. New people might be coming into your life, new opportunities. Because when we get the Death card, it's a reminder that there is a rebirth. Something might be ending. There's a choice you have to make, I think, in business, that you know is going to bring something to an end. And that's why I feel compelled to remind you that with every ending, there is a beginning. Okay. Now, for some of you guys, that Death card is just Scorpio energy. You know, maybe you're working with somebody who does have very much something to do with a choice that you're having a little bit of trouble making. You could be a little confused, I think. There might be a couple of options. But there's this Knight of Swords speeding in with confidence. This is for a lot of you guys, the energy of a person. But either way, it speeds up the scenario. Okay, so let's get some insight. I want to work backwards and actually learn a little bit more about the Knight of Swords. Yeah, this is somebody who is making very quick strides in an effort to create stability. Right on. We got 2. Wow. Okay. This is what happens when I read them backwards. I want to tell you the ending first. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to tell you the ending first. I'm such a cruel tease. Let's get a couple more clarity cards. Let's talk about all these options. Now, this is kind of what's confusing you, right? You don't want to make the wrong choice, and you're feeling a little blindfolded. There is the Seven of Swords coming upside down, which feels like the options the option you need to take is going to come out of nowhere really quickly. The Seven of Swords, if there's any bad options, if you were like heading in, by the way, it's Mercury in retrograde. So keep in mind contracts, keep in mind communication and travel is all getting screwed up, including computer, internet, And so please be patient, and double check everything that you are working on and all that, just so that there's no typos and silly miscommunications that can screw everything up. But basically, you can rest assured that the options that are not so good are going to reveal themselves. And I'm going to tell you something. One of the cool things about this option coming forward is that it's going to look delightful and it's going to feel good. It's going to feel like a relief, like you don't have to work for it. Anything about this Death card? Sagittarius, the Death card. What is this about? 3 cards flew out. Okay, and they're all in reverse. Yeah, I took those right. Okay, there's a situation that is both makes you busy, takes up your time. It's not been fruitful. It has not been giving back, and it's there's no love there. It kills your creativity. Okay, this is what's coming to an end. Not so bad, right? If you're kind of falling out of love with it, if it doesn't allow you to be creative, if it's kind of making you a little too out of balance, like You can't keep all these plates spinning in the air. And also it's not giving back to you. Easy choice, right? Well, in comes, this decision is going to be made easy by an outside energy, which is coming in very quickly. This has got similar energy as the Chariot card, if you're familiar with that. This is somebody who's really confident. This is fast moving. And this is adding, it could be a friend. It could be somebody you're familiar with already. Either way, it's somebody you want them to be your friend because they're probably a hoot to be around. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, swords, they talk about it's energy like air energy, right? So it's Aquarius and it's Gemini, it's Libra. But this is somebody who's smart, but there's a little bit of an excited naivety. They can get sometimes swept up in their own confidence and their own forward momentum. Sometimes mistakes can be made, so just be aware of that, right? But there's a lot of happiness here. Now, for some of you guys, this is you, but for most of you, I feel like 90% confident that this is just outside. This is outside energy. It feels that way. And this is helping you make a decision. Okay. You know, I say 90% because all of you guys are going through different things, but definitely comment below which one resonates with you. Helps me with my readings. So yeah, I feel like that's pretty straight up. I hope that's helpful for you guys. Let's move on to love. That looks good. So, you know, in closing, while I'm shuffling these and getting the cards prepared for your love reading, I'll say this. Simply, with those options, ask yourself, what's exhausting me? What have I actually gotten from this opportunity or from this work I've been putting myself in? I think about that old Janet Jackson song on her breakout album, like back in the 80s or something. What have you done for me lately? Ooh, yeah. You remember that one? I mean, that was kind of before, it's like I was a little kid. That was before some of your time. But check it out. It'll get stuck in your head, and then you can sing it in your head when you're actually staring at that death card in the face, figuratively speaking. All right, Sagittarius, let's get this deck going. Oh. Love for Sagittarius. One more. There we go. That's upright. Talk to me about love for Sagittarius. What do they need to know? Taking cards that only fly out mid-September. Please make it clear, Spirit. All right. We have Page of Swords, communication. We've got Nine of Swords coming out upside down. So communication, that's going to clear up some overthinking, some worrying. I think that, you know, with Nine of Swords, we're in our heads, right? And in our heads, it's not always a good place to be without enough information. And you're getting all that and a bag of sticks, a bag of apples, a bag of chips, sticks, apples, whatever. You get the picture. Okay, so Page of Swords, this is communication. So through communication, you're going to, you know, something possibly that I feel this sense of you already kind of thinking or knowing this thing, but because it's not been said out loud, it's just caused a lot of like maybe lost sleep, anxiety, and finally you can just take a deep breath because it's going to be talked about. This message is coming forward. For Sagittarius and love, anything else? Please make it clear, Spirit. Thank you. All right, so Star card. So an upside down. What do I want to say about that? You put a lot of work into this. And you put a lot of work into this because you thought it would be essentially the work that you were doing with it in the relationship was going to provide the match to the wick, basically. You were trying to be the flame, and you were trying to light this candle. You're trying to light this back on fire. And, you know, we can wish all we want, but there's a higher intelligence at work here. Remember that when you have this conversation, remember that when you are getting this message, whether it's a text coming in or it's a phone call or it's like a face-to-face. For a lot of you guys, this will be a face-to-face conversation. There's victory here. It's possibly not the way that you expected it to go. I'm going to get clarity on Page of Swords. Just learning something new, talking. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles energy. Moon, yeah. So what you're going to be facing is, I think your role in this relationship has been very nurturing. And I think that this opportunity to talk, this message coming through, whether you instigate it or not, it's coming through to you. I feel that it's somebody else who instigates it for most of you. And it's definitely going to trigger a little bit of fear. You know what I mean? Like, but that's not a bad thing. Anything on these, you're coming out of anxiety. Remember, you get the Nine of Swords upside down. I keep feeling like what you suspected is true. But we have a success here. We have Six of Rods, which it's like, it could not be more clear. Okay. I feel like you guys were giving it that good old college try. Like, almost for, now it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that you didn't care. You were really, really, really trying. But I feel like this gives you an opportunity to move forward, to move on. Because we have, with the Six of Rods, the victory card, we are getting the Two of Rods, planning for the future. Like, oh, making a choice, moving forward, starting a new journey, very, very early starting. This is realizing, okay, I did my best, and I obviously am not in charge here. Some higher entities, some larger intelligence is help me out. It's letting me move forward, and this was not moving forward. You could try your best to be the flame to that candle, to light it on fire, to have that plume of warmth. You can't be that warmth only. That, you know, you can't be, it takes two. And so this conversation or this message is going to finally kind of let you off the hook. That's what I hear in my head. And it's scary. It's scary, but it's good, because we're getting that Six of Rods. I want clarity. We're not done with you. I want to hear about the good stuff. I want to hear about the good stuff. Lord knows you don't need to hear about anything you are coming out of anxiety. You are coming out of overthinking and racking your brain of like, what else could I do? Like, what can I do here? All right, so good stuff for Sagittarian in love. Coming out of that Moon card comes out again, this time in reverse. So the hidden will be revealed. Okay, in this conversation that you're having, sure, I think you're going to be, there's a sense of something that has been hidden, right? Well, it's finally coming out. And kind of what you were thinking is like, you're getting validation, you know, you're getting, and you'll have maybe a dip, you know, there'll be kind of this rush and there will be a dip at the same time. Sagittarius. Now, for some of you guys, this person will want to maybe apologize, or they want to try it again. Well, what they don't realize is that you've been trying this whole damn time. Do you have it in you to try it again? Like, it's like they're just coming late to the party, you know? And I think that you're going to contemplate this offer, but you're not going to meet it with enthusiasm. You know, it might be a little bit of apathy, but it'll send you into a meditative place. You'll truly contemplate it. If you move forward, it's going to be with magician energy. It's going to be with big manifesting energy, but in a new way, right? So we've got our victory card is going to be all about the way you manifest a new direction, right? Now, I'm not telling any of you guys to break up with anybody or to cut them out of your life. And if this is resonating, there's a reason. If it's not resonating, then you probably shut the video off by now. Moved on to like a cat video. Anything else for my Saggies? We've got that Knight of Swords making an appearance again. So this is quick moving energy. This is somebody. Who's this Knight of Swords for Saggies? Woo! Whoa, 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 whoa. Lots of really huge cards. So somebody's really important here. So I asked the cards, tell us something good, right? Somebody's coming forward with that intense energy. That'd be so crazy if it was the exact same energy as your work reading. It's like, don't think twice before you sleep with somebody at work. But, you know, for some of you guys, we have the High Priestess, major intuition, okay? We've got the 10 of Pentacles. This is stability, financial stability. This is like long-term stability. That's you know, and there's such an intensity about this person. There's such a confidence. I think they come in really wanting this thing. Now, this thing could be you, or, you know, your scenarios are all different. But whatever it is, it's going to have it. We have the World card. This could be somebody that is different from you. This could be somebody who doesn't live near you. Could be that there's a distance between you two. And this is truly buttoning up a chapter with the World card. If you look it up, it's buttoning up a chapter in the best way. It's closing everything up the way that is going to set you up correctly in the future. And it adds true closure while moving on and expanding. And then we have the Strength card, right? So that is that Leo energy. That is that confidence. It's like confidence in yourself. And you can do all of this with true strength and not kind of false implements of control or any of that. Very interesting reading. Took us on a bit of a ride. Anything else? Interesting. Interesting, interesting. What's this Star card? Please bear with me. What's this Star card? You're getting like chunks of cards. Ah, wow. So this, we got some of the same repeating cards. We got the Star upside down. We got the Magician, and we got the Death card. So in connection with this nostalgic card of the Six of Cups, this might be somebody you're familiar with, somebody from your past, somebody you know really well. And, you know, they are moving out of the picture, and you're manifesting, straight manifesting. God, I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's almost a version of yourself that you are kind of killing off to recreate yourself with the Magician energy, because what you're hoping for, what you're wishing for, you felt was almost an illusion. You were being an illusion. This is interesting, this energy right here. But the illusion, what... So funny. It feels like you'll feel very different now than you did even 6 months ago. You'll see things differently. This thing that was familiar to you is dying off. You're shedding a skin. Oh, funny. Your weekly reading was like that. That was the title of your weekly reading. Snake shedding its skin. Interesting. Whew. Anyway, leave a comment if you'd like. If you like sharing your stories, or giving examples of how it applies to your life. And please like and subscribe, of course. I'll have your weeklies out, your fresh weeklies out next week. And I hope you've enjoyed the reading. I certainly have. Take care, you guys.